falling full of snow. A young girl gets sprayed, disguised as a car in the middle of the night. While waiting for the rescue vehicle, she called and chatted with her fiancé. He is Agent XO brother. Because during working hours, bucket, you can't come to help her. The two are talking. Then, a player, he knocked on the car door and offered to help her. Brother XO told her not open the door to strangers. So she said, "Thank you," and rejected the other man. Moments after turning off the phone, the girl just noticed the other man's car was still stopped there and did not drive away. She felt that the feeling was not good, immediately turned on the car light, and suddenly, the man was standing right at the door of his car. He smashed the car glass with a hammer and was too scared. The girl crawled to open her wings, the other door to escape. But the black car door for her was jammed. The man caught the girl, hitting her head repeatedly with a hammer. He dragged her on the way, leaving large red blood streaks on the snow. When she woke up, she found herself stripped clean. The black killer chained her hand. The girl begged for her life with a little bit of ruin. He made a gentle expression, but immediately picked up the knife, cut down the girl's neck. He sat tightly on the girl's body, cut down pieces like chopping wood. The engagement ring on her hand. The girl fell to the edge of the sewer. He looked around and saw nothing, so he ignored it. The next day, a boy picked up the bag. The bag of the human hand is too afraid, he shouted. The police searched around and found it, a human head on the river. It was that girl's head. Soo Hyun suffers because he can't protect your loved ones. He promised to make the assassin suffer 1,000 times more pain. When they learned that the police to 4 suspects, Soo Hyun went to each name by himself. The first one is looking at the armor and is about to flask. At the right time to greet him, he was. Soo Hyun pulled out the plug. Didn't have time to curse and eat right away. A whip on the head. Then blinded, interrogated. When it is definitely not this name. Soo Hyun goes out and gets a hammer in it. Smashed his treasures. In the electric sickness, he panicked. Self-declared harm and killed several schoolgirls. The second one is walking on the road. Soo Hyun drove a car and crashed hard into the ass of his car. Then asked again rudely, "This guy is not either." The third name is Kung Chun. Soo Hyun went to his parents' house, knowing that he left the seclusion a long time ago. In other developments, Bo Chun Lai is murdering a girl. He took the body home for disposal, as a professional thing. Then he also took care of his skin, and played the piano. Relax, and then go to bed. It's really the peak of the song, of perverts. Today, Soo Hyun found his whereabouts. I saw very many locks break open. Turned out to be all the victim's belongings. After searching his house for a while, he finally found the Soo lover's engagement ring. You don't need to look for it here. Understand more. Luckily for the fourth person, there was no knock on the door. The next day, on the way home, the students returned home. Gong Shun raped a little girl again. Is acting, I hear it. The one who calls his name? Yeon. He picked up the knife and walked slowly towards it. Soo Hyun slowly walked in. Knew that it was the police, but Kung Chun was not afraid. Say a few extravagant words, and then suddenly, taking the knife and rushing towards Soo Hyun. One who only kills instinctively. How to fight against a high agent. Have been professionally trained. If you only kill Gong Chun, you need to. The imitation is done. But what Soo Hyun wants is to make. Gong Chun is not equal to death. Yeah. He is like a wild beast playing prey. After a mad struggle, Kung Chun found a chance to escape. He ran forward quickly, but was quickly blocked by Soo Hyun. Mr. Tong made him fall. Absent behind. Soo Hyun takes the canoodle, swept the face of the Chun palace, until he, almost unconscious with resentment, to the peak. Soo Hyun smashed Gong Chun on the head, into the stone next to it. Then the stone went up and tried to smash him to death. But he calmed down in time, put the signal session in his mouth, leaving a lump sum of money and leave to wake up the palace. Chun is surprised that Soo Hyun didn't kill him. Have given money. He cursed you as a madman, and got up and departed, without knowing that he was being watched. There is a man on the road. Invite Kung Chun to get on the car. In the car, there is still a person sitting in the back seat of Kung. Chun immediately recognized his fellow humans. He was very quick Lee those two men, and then walked. They went down the street. Gong Chun opened the axle as expected. There's a death inside of you. He got in the car and went to a medical station. Seeing the beautiful nurse, she immediately became animalistic. He made the girl strip and tried to rape her. Is once again flourishing. Happiness is destroyed. What could be more bitter in the world? Soo Hyun appeared to fight for Gong Chun. Bruise. Then whispered into his hand, "Just getting started. Your nightmare will even more terrible." Then he slowly cut the tendons of his legs, made him feel extreme pain. Then call Nurse B. He tied it up and walked away. Gong Chun continued on his way. He cursed Soo Hyun as he walked. "How do you know what fear is?" He cursed and challenged. "See who wins whom?" Gong Chun stopped on the side of the road, continued to commit lice discharge. But the car he just waved, again, all the soldiers. Not only a car, but also 2 cars full of people. Oh, dear. So that's when the world is burning. Just now, evaporated. He went to his accomplice's house, while eating and looking at the lover of his accomplices with an eyes invade the accomplice's name. Not only is it not angry, but also invited Kung Chun to taste it. It is true that the perverts ran out of medicine. He told his accomplices about Soo Hyun. The accomplice laughed loudly and said interestingly, "Soo Hyun came back with us to finish eating the name." The accomplices said to prepare for tomorrow's breakfast. He opened a cabinet door. The cabinet is full of sets. Human nature. He wanted to find his heart, but he couldn't find it. So he pulled a girl who was being dazzling family, planning to make meat. He once told Gong Chun that human flesh is the best. After eating, you won't be able to eat other meats too. Isn't it barbaric, guys? After listening to the content of 2 sick people, dumbfounded, he immediately squeezed into the house. Just as he was about to strike out on the girl, when he saw Soo Hyun standing in front of him, he chuckled because, to meet Soo Hyun, he felt that Soo Hyun didn't has a dangerous odor. But the incident then made the mouth, stuffed his mouth into a distorted mouth. Soo Hyun quickly snapped his wrist, pinned his hand to the table with a screw, then chained the neck, and used a glare cord. The teeth of the other hand are stretched. Just at the time of delivery, he was about to cut off his hand. Then Gong Chun came with a gun. As soon as he saw Soo Hyun, Gong Chun immediately opened fire. Soo Hyun's relatives. He ran to the 2nd floor. Was hiding to put the other guy in hiding. Love that guy hit from behind. Soo Hyun returned to the canvas for a few. Pour garlic tarpaulin, and then continued to deal with the other guy. Soo Hyun sees the shadow of Kung Chun going up the stairs. He unhooked the hook nearby and ran to class, and deliberately showed him my shadow. Kung Chun chased and stepped on it. The hook fell down. Soo Hyun jumped out and kicked with Gong Chun's gun. Soo Hyun hit Gong Chun's head with all his might, until the iron rod breaks. The new couple will stop. I thought those 2 guys were peeing here. Yeah, but I can't win it again. Ambulances come to help. Soo Hyun accidentally reveals the stuffing signal session to the Gong Chun people. After being discharged from the hospital, the Chun Bao has passed the signal session. Said to Soo Hyun, his lover before death is carrying in me. Soo Hyun's child was like a lethargy. Now, the devil in you really lose control. But the situation has reversed. Soo Hyun is no longer in the initiative. Kung Chun went to the hometown to get medicine, then stabbed the doctor in the neck. He called Soo Hyun to come and save him, in order to prolong the time. Then to a public toilet. The book is available for the Tin High session. Then drove to Soo Hyun's house. Soo Hyun came to pat the bronze name. Gong Chun's guys woke up. Anyways, asked him where Gong Chun was hiding. The accomplices not only did not declare, but also even and humiliate people, my love, and laughed out loud. Soo Hyun blocked his muzzle with his hand, so that he laughs forever. The end of the good guys. That's what karma is. Later, a colleague called Soo Hyun reported that Huyen Chun called police from the British compound. Soo Hyun hurriedly turned the car around and called electricity to go home, but no one listens. He knew he couldn't go home in time. You should call the scene close nearby to save Canace's family. Then I saw only a scene of desolation. Gong Chun deliberately smashed A in the eyes of the father, then gave her bruised body. Sister came to throw it on the street, then called Soo Hyun to come and see. His purpose was to make Soo Hyun suffer terribly. Then he stood in the middle of the street, with his child, the knife in his hand, and his whole body are bloody. Dirty hands with the intention of the animal that teases Soo Hyun. Soo Hyun broke the car door and rushed to grab him. Brought to his nest, that dazzled at Father Tan. Want to make him suffer and be afraid? But he still gently challenged Soo Hyun. Said Soo Hyun was a loser? Soo Hyun bitterly said, exactly. You're right. I'm wrong. Then the cigarette was burned in his face. Gongchun madly cursed the turtle Soo Hyun. Soo Hyun held a tassel with a dress through his coat, in so much pain that he begged for forgiveness. But how can you come to this country to forgive? After seeing that he couldn't come back, start to strike evenly, and challenge. Soo Hyun shows that he doesn't know pain. Don't know what fear is? Soo Hyun looked at him for a while. Then he said, I wish you still suffer pain even after you die. Then leave the signal pill. Then install the scythe extension cord on the top. He entered the door and left. Before that, Soo Hyun called. His family came here. The minute wire can be heard wide of relatives. He was really scared. Death is not scary to him, but died cowardly in front of relatives. Then he really didn't want to. He cried out not to open the door. But the door is still open. His head fell in a scream of parents and sons. Soo Hyun, after confirming that Gongchun is dead, in his heart is not lightened at all. The price he received was too big, made him cry bitterly. In the end, they both lost. Do evil deeds never have a good ending? So don't hate. Make yourself a fellow human beings with those who